Hi everyone, this is day 5 of our journey of yoga for beginners. Today we'll be working with balance, and if you haven't done the prior classes yet, I highly recommend that you go back and take them all. Why? First of all, because they're great. And second of all, because they're really preparing your body to get in here. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel as well, make sure to go ahead and do that because we'll still have a few more days of this challenge and other many great videos to come. But for today, we're not gonna need any props. It's just gonna be you, your space, your body, and your balance that you're going to find. Quick note before we start. A lot of times when we're working with balance on our mat, it can get challenging, it can be frustrating. But I want you to keep connecting with your breath when those moments come. This is a great opportunity for you to practice the moments that you'll definitely be frustrated and stressed out in life, and you'll learn how to every single time come back to your breath, okay? So we're gonna get started here in hero's pose. So finding a seat on your shins. If by any chance this is like too much for you right now, grab yourself a pillow or a blanket, and so that you can slide in between your legs so that you can find a seat on it. But we're not gonna stay here for long, so whatever you want, but find yourself onto your shins, sitting right on the top of the heels. Really stack your shoulders on the top of the hips, getting tall through the crown of the head. And in here, we're gonna take 3 breaths. So very conscious breath. Start inhaling all the way up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Through the nose, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Through the nose, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath out, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pause. Walk your hands forward. We're gonna start to tuck the toes underneath it. Use your hands to really help you bring the pinkies into the equation, because a lot of times they do not wanna come with it. They do not wanna come along. You gotta give them a little help. And then tucking the toes under just for 3 more breaths. So not for long. Rest your hands onto your lap. Start inhaling always through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing naturally. And then bring the hands into the heart. Create yourself an intention to be fully connected with your breath when things get a little bit challenging. Say hello to your feet. They're probably talking to you already, which is a good thing. And then plant your palms forward. We're gonna gently tap the tops of the feet down on the mat, massaging it, getting that sense of relief. There we go. And then tuck the toes once again. I know we need to have that strong foundation, that strong connection of the feet with the mat to find more balance. That's where the balance will start, aside the breath, of course. And then from here, plant your hands forward. Start to feel your hips like move away from the heels. And then start extending the legs. We're gonna come into a forward fold. From wherever you landed on your mat, I want you to start walk yourself all the way to the top, giving a little bit space so that you can also have the hands planted down. Forward fold. The next time you inhale, start to bend the knees and then rise the arms all the way up to the sky. Palms connect. Exhale, hands are gonna come right into your heart. Samastitihi. Full attention right here, right now. Tadasana. Nice. Another very important component for balance is our gaze, where you're looking to, where is your focus at. So find a space in front of you, focus on something that is not moving, and do not take your eyes away from that. I'll be as clear as possible on my cues to help you with that. So find yourself where your focus is going to be. And then start spreading all of your toes of the left foot really apart from each other. Relieve the left heel away from the mat, so bending the left knee a little bit. And then replant the left heel down. Start to shift your weight towards your left side body and then start to bend your right knee into your chest. Hands can totally be on the hip, or you can hold your legs with your hands for a little bit more support. But whatever option you choose, I want you to have a really proud chest in here. So shoulders are back, chest is forward. You start flexing through the left toes to give you some strength, some muscle energy onto your right leg. For one more breath. Micro bending the left knee. And then from here, I want you to start squeezing at the best of your capacity. Your right heel towards your right bum. Once you find that highest sense of connection that you possibly can today at this moment, we're gonna start shooting the right leg back behind us as we lean the chest forward for warrior 3. Hands can totally be on your heart, or for more support, you can interlace the hands and plant your hands onto your left thigh or onto the knee. Keep your right toes flexed so you have a good strength on your right leg as well as on your left. Maybe lifting the heels a little bit more up as you make the chest even more parallel with the mat, with the floor that you're in. If you fall, you simply come back to it, no big deal. One more breath. Feel the strength. And with the next inhalation, we're gonna bend a lot through the left knee until we plant the right toes all the way to the back of the mat. Right knee still bended. Inhale, send both arms up to the sky. It's your crescent lunge shape. Keep squeezing the legs towards each other. Create that sense of contraction onto the legs and find some expansion onto the chest, on the spine, on the arms. And we're still breathing. One more inhalation. Exhale, plant your hands down on the mat. Step your left foot all the way back. We're gonna come straight into a downward facing dog. We haven't been into downward facing dog yet, so allow yourself to bend through the knees. Maybe space out your feet even wider than hip width distance apart so you have a good space on the hips to move. Squeeze the biceps towards your ears, spreading the hands wide. And the heels do not need at all to touch the mat, okay? So let yourself bend through the knees so you can get long and tall through the spine. One more breath. And then start to walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. We're gonna find Uttanasana, forward fold at the back of the mat. Relax the head and the arms. Inhale, hands glide onto your shins as you find a halfway lift. So lengthening through, rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Crown the head reaches forward, the tailbone reaches back. And exhale, forward fold. Bending a lot through the knees as you start to rise all the way up to stand, arms up and overhead, palms connect. Exhale, hands into the heart, just passing through as you allow the arms to rest alongside you. There we go. One more time, start to bring your feet hip width distance apart. We're gonna do a walking meditation to the top of the mat. So that same little spot that you found that helped you to find balance on that one leg Tadasana, you're gonna find that spot right now again. So find it in the space. Palms are facing forward. You're feeling your feet connected, probably feeling the difference in between both of your legs, because we didn't do the other side yet. Taking notes. And then very slowly, as if it was the first time ever in your life that you're walking, we're gonna start moving to the top of the mat. So imagine that you're moving through honey, so you have a little bit of a hard time moving fast. That really forces you to go slow and also forces you to twice as much notice everything that's happening in your body to allow this simple movement, walking, to happen. Feel the shift of the weight from one leg to the other. Notice the balance you need to have in order to step the foot that's behind forward. Feel how your core needs to be awake and engaged. The legs, all the ligaments. And then we'll all eventually meet the top of the mat in Tadasana Mountain Pose. From here, we're still looking at our focal point. Going for one-legged Tadasana on the other leg. So now lifting the left, come back. Before we lift, we're gonna really set up that nice foundation. So the right foot, I want you to spread your right toes really, really wide and apart from each other. Once again, at least trying to build that action within your brain. And then start to bend through the right knee and then bring the right heel away from the mat. Replant the right heel down. Shift your weight to the right leg. And now we bend the left knee into the chest. Either hands on the hips or holding behind the leg. You can totally choose, but I want you to flex your left toes. If the legs are a little bit below, totally fine, okay? I don't care. It's great. Only thing that's important here is that the left foot is floating away from the floor. It doesn't need to be high at all. One more breath. And then from here, start to squeeze your left heel into the bum. And then bringing the left knee aligned with the right. Once we pass that point of connection, one knee with the other, we're gonna simply start to extend the left leg back behind us. Hands are still on the hips, maybe hands to heart, or interlace the hands and plant it onto your right leg. Find your Virabhadrasana tree, Warrior 3. Now your gaze, your focus is on the floor. You try to close that left hip in, making it point down towards the mat a little bit more. It is tricky, but we're staying just for 3 as we breathe for 2. On 1, inhale, start to bend through the right leg. Plant your left foot back to the back of the mat. Right leg is still bended. Your hands can totally stay down here for more support, or with the next breath in, you send the arms up to the sky. Grounding down through the low body and rising tall through the upper body. One more breath. And then exhale, replant your hands down onto the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward in between your hands. Exhale, start to walk your feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Bend your knees a lot to let that happen. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Start to move your knees forward as you come onto the toes. Just for a fraction of seconds, move your hands back behind you and come and find a seat. Nice work. Take a breath in here. Exhale, bring the knees into the chest, roll the spine, come all the way down onto your back. Moving towards happy baby pose. Start to bend the knees into the chest and then open them wide. So right knee pointing to the right armpit, left knee pointing to the left armpit. Start to send the soles of the feet up towards the sky. And from here, I want you to keep your shoulders relaxed down and then just see where your hands can crawl to support your legs. Either behind the leg or then on the shin, or maybe you can hold on the other feet. Keeping the low back completely grounded on the mat. Let yourself maybe move side to side. And with the next inhalation, knees come back into the chest. We're gonna plant the soles of the feet down on the mat for a soft round of bridge pose. So knees are going to be hip-width distance apart. You're gonna roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Really bring the arms alongside your body. Palms are planting down. And the next time you inhale, you press through the heels and then start lifting the hips all the way up towards the ceiling. Feel the space opening onto the front thigh. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the inner thighs. Notice if the knees are falling out, if they are really pressed through the big toes. Feel that connection, knee to knee, even if it's just energetically. And then exhale, lower down the hips. Take a breath in, bring the knees into the chest, hug yourself in a tiny little ball. Maybe bring the forehead in towards the knees as well. Inhale. Exhale, relax the legs and the arms. Find yourself in your Savasana. If by any chance your low back is feeling a little bit tender, I invite you to, instead of taking your Savasana with the belly up, you simply roll with your belly down and take your Savasana on your belly. If you choose that option, you can simply align forearm with forearm and rest your forehead down on it. And we're going to stay here for 5 rounds of breath altogether. Finishing up your last round of breath. Allow yourself to take a moment of gratitude for yourself, for showing up for this practice. I thank you immensely for taking the time to be here with me, for sharing breath, movement, and the space. Stay tuned for the next class, and I'll see you there. Namaste.